MCPON, let's talk about a subject that's nearly always close to sailors on the deck plates. We just finished our latest PRT cycle, and a lot of the sailors here and ashore would like to know if there are any changes coming to the BCAs, the weigh-ins, and the PRT, and the way we're doing things now.
The number one complaint, if you want to call it a complaint, that I get from our sailors isn't the actual physical test itself, the push-ups, the sit-ups, and the run, the bike, the swim, the elliptical. It's how we do the BCA. CNO mentioned yesterday how we're in the middle of I wouldn't call it an experiment, in the middle of a project, a process where we're measuring body types, because body types change over the years. So we haven't checked the what's that called, CNO, the anthropolactic.
That's close enough.
Close enough. Measurements of people for 2 decades, and we believe that body types have changed. That in general, people are a little bigger now than they were 20, 25 years ago. But our BCA process is still established based on, those time frames, those later time frames. And so sailors are concerned about the height weight more than anything else. And so maybe it's time that we take a look at that. We're not doing that right now, but maybe it's time to look at that. When you look at a sailor and they look physically fit, they're in good shape, and they're only a pound or 2 from being overweight based on the chart, or they are overweight, it makes you scratch your head, right? So maybe it's time that we take a look at that. We're continuously taking feedback from the fleet on physical readiness, and we're always working to find ways to do it better. But it's got to be efficient, it's got to be effective, and whatever we do, we have to be able to do anywhere in the world on any platform. So what works in the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. is not going to work on the Carl Vinson in the Northern Arabian Gulf, is not going to work on a submarine that's underway. So we've got to find that process of doing business that fits our Navy as a whole, and that's not always easy because we're so diverse in our missions and where we're at and what kind of access we have. But that doesn't mean we're not going to continue to work to make improvements.